as the afternoon sunlight filters through the curtains, casting a warm glow in the room. Jungkook and Taehyung finish the dinner. Following the meal, Taehyung gently guides the boy to the plush couch, urging him to wait for just a few moments. With no further words, Taehyung disappears from the living room. Jungkook, sitting on the edge of the couch, nervously intertwines his fingers, his mind racing with curiosity and anticipation. The ticking of the clock seems to echo in his ears as he waits, the seconds feeling like an eternity. Finally, he hears the approach of measured footsteps, and his gaze lifts expectantly. Taehyung reappears in the doorway, a small, pristine white suitcase in tow. Jungkook scrutinizes both the man and the luggage, his forehead creased with a mixture of confusion. "Mr. Kim?" Jungkook raises an eyebrow, seeking clarification. "What's going on?" Taehyung, with a reassuring smile, produces a small envelope from a hidden pocket. Seating himself beside Jungkook, he reaches out and tenderly touches Jungkook's hand, his thumb tracing comforting patterns on the back of it. "Listen, love," Taehyung begins, his tone gentle. Jungkook's brow furrows even deeper, a tinge of excitement fluttering in his stomach. "I want to do something special for you. And I'll be happy if you're willing to accept it." "Special?" The boy tilts his head, eyes searching Taehyung's face for clues. "What is it, sir?" Taehyung shrugs, handing him the envelope. Jungkook regards him with a gaze full of doubt, tentatively accepting the envelope from the man's hands. Do I need to open this? Now it wouldn't bite you." A kind chuckle escapes from Taehyung's lips, and Jungkook, taking a deep breath, carefully opens the envelope. A crease deepens between his brows as he pulls out a card. Jungkook lifts his eyes, silently questioning, seeking an answer on the man's face. But Taehyung just nods, encouraging him to take a closer look. In beautiful golden letters, the card reads "Happy Birthday" on the creamy-colored background. "I know your birthday is tomorrow, but when you open it, you'll understand why I decided to give you my present a bit early," Taehyung explains quietly, while Jungkook, frozen in place, still scrutinizes the card with an incredulous look. "But how did you? Where did you even know? I've never mentioned to you when my birthday is, which, by the way, is a bit hurtful. I would have liked to have more time to prepare your gift," Taehyung jokes, shrugging again, and Jungkook shakes his head. "Whatever it is, I won't accept it, Mr. Kim. I know you probably came up with something disgustingly expensive, and I won't accept it." Taehyung leans back, a playful glint in his eyes as he watches Jungkook's reaction. "Come on, open it. No harm in getting a head start on birthday surprises. As for why, I just wanted to do something nice for you. Birthdays are meant to be celebrated, after all." Jungkook hesitates for a moment, his fingers gently tracing the edges of the card. "I still don't understand how you knew about my birthday. It's not something I usually share," Taehyung smirks, leaning forward slightly. "Well, let's just say I have my ways of finding out things. A little detective work, nothing too invasive, I promise." Jungkook raises an eyebrow, torn between amusement and curiosity. "Detective work? Should I be concerned or impressed?" "Hopefully impressed," Taehyung chuckles, giving Jungkook a reassuring wink. "Now, open the card. I promise it's not as extravagant as you think. And I'm sure you'll change your mind when you open it and find out what I got for you," Taehyung says with confidence. Jungkook exhales heavily, staring again at the birthday card in his hands. With trembling fingers, he finally musters the courage to open it. What's this? He frowns, pulling out the contents and examining the piece of paper in his hand. Taehyung moves a bit closer, his hand resting on Jungkook's waist. He lowers his chin onto Jungkook's shoulder, speaking much softer than before. I know I could have given you any expensive trinket, but I also know that wouldn't make you happy. So, instead I thought about something what really would, Sir. Jungkook questions. Taehyung chuckles softly, running the tip of his nose along Jungkook's cheek, causing the hairs on the boy's neck to stand on end as Taehyung's warm breath meets his skin. I want you to spend your birthday and Christmas with your family, Jungkook. So, after a bit of digging to find out where you lived before, I immediately bought you a round-trip ticket. I wasn't sure if you'd want to stay until New Year's, so the return date can be changed if you want to leave earlier or, conversely, stay longer. Just let me know, Mr. Kim. And considering your situation with the apartment and your belongings, Taehyung interrupts, nodding toward the small suitcase still sitting next to the couch. I took the chance of buying you the essentials for a comfortable trip, Mr. Kim. Jungkook shakes his head, and Taehyung laughs. I promise, nothing extra, darling. Just a few changes of clothes, a pair of shoes, and a small travel kit. Oh, and your medications. I spoke to Dr. Seokjin again to make sure there won't be any issues during the flight. And he told me that as long as you're not worrying about anything and not pushing yourself physically, you'll be fine. Jungkook sets the birthday card and plane tickets aside, covering his face with his hands, and Taehyung immediately pulls him closer, gently stroking his back. Sweetheart? You don't like it? Baby, you don't have to go anywhere if you don't want to. I just thought you'd be happy, based on what you told me when we were walking that park, Taehyung says, concern lacing his words. Jungkook suddenly sniffles, removing his hands from his face, and Taehyung notices tears on his cheeks. But before he can react, Jungkook throws himself around the man's neck, holding on tightly. I really love it, he mumbles, nuzzling his nose and exhaling with a mix of relief and emotion. I love it so much, Mr. Kim, Jungkook whispers, shifting to sit on Taehyung's lap, pressing closer. No one has ever done anything like this for me. I didn't think you could be the kind of person to give such a gift, sir. Taehyung leans back on the couch, still holding Jungkook close, and chuckles softly. Nice to know I can still surprise you. Thank you, Mr. Kim. Thank you. Thank you. You can't even imagine how grateful I am. This is the best thing I've ever received. Thank you. Well, Taehyung smiles, giving him a comforting pat on the back. Please, sweetheart, no need to cry. I wanted to see you smile, not cry, but I can't help it. Jungkook laughs through his tears, shaking his head. I can't help crying. It's such a wonderful gift, sir. Thank you. If you say thank you one more time, Jungkook, I swear I'll. Okay. Jungkook smiles more, pulling back slightly and looking at him with eyes shining with tears. Thankfully, he seems more pleased than angry, Taehyung thinks. Sorry. I'm just so happy, Mr. Kim. I didn't even think I could go home and see my family anytime soon. And you really found the perfect gift for me, huh? Jungkook. Jungkook covers his mouth with his hand, chuckling softly, and sniffs again, nodding in acknowledgement and catching himself before uttering another thank you. Taehyung smiles at him, wiping his cheeks free of tears, and lets his hand linger on Jungkook's face, gently stroking the damp skin with his thumb. "I'll personally take you to the airport," he adds quietly, studying Jungkook's face. "Say, in an hour, but isn't that too late?" Jungkook frowns, glancing towards his ticket still lying on the couch. "What if I don't make it through security in time? And don't worry about that. You'll use the sky priority." Jungkook frowns, looking back at Taehyung. "And this is..." "Oh," Taehyung nods with a kind smirk, adjusting his hair and realizing he needs to explain. "When I bring you there, airport staff will meet us. They'll assist you with all the necessary formalities and screenings, and then escort you to the business lounge." "Business lounge?" Jungkook raises his eyebrows, surprise widening his eyes. Then he purses his lips and shakes his head in disappointment. "Mr. Kim." But Taehyung just laughs again. "Honestly, I was a step away from sending you home on my private jet. But I knew you'd sooner hit me than agree to that, so I compromised and settled for the minimum comfort I could provide for your journey. I don't want you standing in lines and enduring the wait, sweetheart. What I truly want is for your trip home to be as comfortable as possible. So please, accept this." Jungkook's eye carries a swirl of emotions, but a faint smile manages to breach the surface, prompting a warmth in Taehyung's chest. "I know you don't like this." Jungkook sighs. Taehyung raises his eyebrows, studying the boy's face, awaiting a more elaborate response. "But thank you." Taehyung laughs softly, a tinge of mild disappointment in the shake of his head, and then he delicately cradles Jungkook's face with both hands. "All for my boy," he whispers, pulling Jungkook a little closer and gently pressing his lips against the boy's. The folds with unexpected tenderness, catching Jungkook off guard. He closes his eyes, a relieved exhale escaping against Taehyung's lips. Responding to the softness of the moment, Jungkook leans in further, deepening the and his hands instinctively tighten around Taehyung's neck. Breaking the Taehyung smiles down at Jungkook. "So, what do you think?" Jungkook opens his eyes, a playful glint in them. "Well, I wouldn't say it's my way to express gratitude, but it's not the worst." Taehyung chuckles. "I'll take it." Jungkook smirks. "You always do."